There is one object in this painting that should not exist anymore. Not the saint, not the crowd, not even the naked man on the ground. Look at the tool raised in the center. It was meant to prove power. Instead, it proves that power has failed. Why did Tintoretto place this broken instrument almost exactly where our eyes want to land? At first, the miracle of the slave looks like pure chaos. Bodies twist, faces turn, arms fly in every direction. A figure falls from the sky. Another lies exposed on the floor. But Tintoretto is not asking us to understand everything at once. He is hiding the story inside one small failure, a weapon that can no longer do what it was made to do. Look at this again. The man in the center lifts the broken tool as if he cannot believe what just happened. This is the first clue. According to the legend, an enslaved servant had gone to Venice to honor the relics of Saint Mark, even though his master had forbidden it. When the servant returned, the master ordered a public punishment. But every instrument raised against him broke. The body on the ground is helpless. The crowd is powerful. The judge sits above everyone. And yet, the only object that tells the truth is the broken tool. This is where the painting changes. Saint Mark is here, but he is not standing like a normal hero. He dives headfirst from the sky, upside down, almost impossible, wrapped in violent pink and orange cloth. His hand reaches downward, but the crowd below does not fully understand what we understand. They see the result. They see the failure. They see the tool. That is why this small object matters. It is the evidence of an invisible force. To understand why Tintoretto painted it this way, we need Venice. This was not just a religious story. Saint Mark was the patron saint of Venice. His relics, his symbol, and his protection were tied to the identity of the city itself. The painting was made for the Scuola Grande di San Marco, one of Venice's powerful religious confraternities. So, the miracle is not happening in an empty world. It is happening inside a Venetian idea. Saint Mark protects those who belong to him. But this is only the beginning. Tintoretto was still a young painter when he made this huge canvas. And he used this commission like a declaration of war. Venice already had great painters. Titian was the giant. Veronese would become another. Tintoretto needed something dangerous. So he did not paint a calm miracle. He painted an explosion. The broken tool becomes more than a prop. It is almost a signature. It says, the old rules can break. Look at the composition. The servant lies below, foreshortened toward us. Saint Mark falls from above in the opposite direction. Between them, the raised tool cuts through the air like a question mark. Heaven and earth are connected not by a golden ray, not by a peaceful blessing, but by an object that has failed. This is a strange kind of miracle. There is no soft glow filling the scene. There is confusion. There is noise. There is doubt. And that may be exactly the point. But there is another version. Maybe the broken tool is not only proof of divine protection. Maybe it is also a test for the viewer. Because Saint Mark is obvious to us. We can see him. But if you were standing inside the scene, under that crowded terrace, would you notice him? Or would you only see the impossible object in the executioner's hand? This makes the painting feel almost modern. Tintoretto separates vision from understanding. Seeing the saint is not the same as understanding the miracle. The crowd has eyes, but the broken tool gives them the meaning. Now look at the master on the right. He leans forward from his elevated seat, but his authority is already collapsing. He has people, space, height, and command. But the small tool in the center defeats all of it. This is the hidden reversal of the painting. The weakest figure is protected. The strongest figure is powerless. And the object made for punishment becomes the object that exposes justice. In the end, that broken instrument is the painting's real witness. It does not speak. It does not shine. It does not fly from heaven, but it explains everything. Without it, Saint Mark is only a spectacular figure in the sky. With it, the miracle enters the physical world. That is why Tintoretto makes us return to it again and again. The broken tool is the place where violence turns into evidence, where fear turns into faith, where a public punishment becomes a public revelation. And now, when you look back at the whole painting, the chaos is no longer random. Every face, every hand, every tilted body seems to orbit that single impossible object. So here is the question. Did Tintoretto place the broken tool in the center simply to tell the legend? Or did he hide a deeper message there, that true power is revealed only at the exact moment human power breaks? And if you notice the broken tool before the reveal, you have a sharp eye. Leave a like, subscribe for more hidden secrets and masterpieces.